Greetings. This is Uncle Mark here to demonstrate the Krups 964 espresso coffee machine. I'm going to turn the switch on. We notice both lights go on initially, and when it's up to temperature, only the right-hand light will be on. The context for this demo is enjoying a cup of coffee. Now, traditionally, it's easy to simply use a plastic cone and a piece of filter paper and to put a tablespoon or so of coffee grounds in and pour hot water through, just shy of boiling, I think they say, and as it would drip through, it would brew a nice cup of coffee. A step up from this would be an automatic coffee maker, which automates the heating of the water and inserting the water through some kind of a mechanical cone, and again making a pot of coffee. Well, the espresso machine goes one step further. It makes espresso, which is a bolder, stronger coffee. We need, however, to have coffee beans which are ground finer than the drip grind which is used with a cone or with a drip grind machine. Espresso beans need to be ground very finely. You can buy them pre-ground. You should be very careful in the store to check, if you buy a bag of coffee, that it says espresso or that it is sold with a sign nearby that says this can be used in espresso machines, and then have it ground for espresso ground if you don't have a grinder at home. Now, I have a grinder. One of the things about grinders, especially if you're going to use your machine in a public place, is that they can be quite noisy. I'm going to grind some espresso coffee. Up in the top here are the beans, and it comes out in the hamper here. I think that may be enough. Now, what do we do with the ground coffee? Well, we would take the ground coffee and we would put it into a basket. Now, the machine generally comes with two baskets that fit into the same basket holder. You'll notice how the two baskets are a slightly different size. One would be for a single shot of espresso and one would be for a double shot. I will put some grounds here in the basket for the single shot. Put them in loose at first, and then, as they are loose, would brush them off, and then they need to be tamped down. Now, the tamping down can be done with the flat bottom side of the black spoon that may have come with your machine, or the tamping can be done with a professionally engineered tamper, such as this one. This one was not very expensive, about $7, but they can be as much as $50. They get very ornate and very fancy. They say that the tamp should be about 30 pounds, and most of us who get into it actually experiment with a bathroom scale to learn how much arm strength it feels like to press down 30 pounds. If the coffee is too loose, the water will flow right through, and we won't get as good a brew as we would like. I think that's about 30 pounds. I'll clean off the rim here and put it in the holder, and then that gets inserted up into the machine. You perhaps have noticed that only the light is on the right-hand side now, so it's ready to go. By the way, your machine may have come with a little cheater attached to the steam spout. These cheaters are to make it easier for people to steam milk. They're totally worthless, and most people would remove these, and I was barely able to find mine in the back of the drawer, and we would take that off and put it away. Clean off the espresso from the counter that we're not using, and we're ready to brew. Now, when we brew, it could be done into an espresso cup, such as this, or it could be brewed into an espresso shot glass, such as this, which has a line for one shot and another line for two shots, or it could be brewed into a latte cup directly, and then the foamed milk poured in. If we were going to make an Americano, we would use the espresso that comes here, and then we would simply pour it into a mug and add hot water, and we have a black cup of coffee, to which cream and sugar could be added if we wanted to. The strength of espresso coffee is such that a milk-based drink is very effective if one likes milk. So I'm going to make this shot of espresso into this latte cup. We would learn mostly by time how long it takes for one shot of espresso to land in the cup. Normally it's between 20 and 25 seconds. So when we brew coffee, the lever goes to the café side. we see that it's turning round, almost orange. That is the crema that is coming out. The purists will try to find a bean which gives the best crema. It is a frothy substance which resides on the surface of the coffee. It's very, very tasty, and it allows us to make designs with our steamed milk. There's a vapor block system in here. Both lights come on temporarily. The vapor block clears, it quiets down, this light will go off, and then we are up to pressure. That light is off. Now we are up to pressure to steam our milk. Milk can be steamed in any kind of a metal cup. I think this pitcher came with my machine. Over the years I've migrated to a differently shaped one like this. There is some milk in here, and now I would simply put the steam wand in and turn to vapor. Maybe in German they say vapore. And you gently go up and down so that the nozzle is just on the surface of the milk, creating not too much noise and a little bit of froth. Now they say that some people say you should use a thermometer so that your milk is steamed to precisely 155 degrees. I have used a thermometer occasionally, and I've discovered that when the container is too hot to hold and it has steamed for about 2 minutes, it's at the right temperature. I think eventually you learn to do the amount of steaming by feel, and you don't really need a thermometer, although they are fun to have. If I insert the steam wand all the way, the sound will change a little bit, and it's bubbling under the surface of the milk, heating it up, heating it up. It's getting quite hot, maybe another 10 seconds. On the surface I can see that there is a foam being created, and I think that's good enough for this demonstration. I take it off slowly so I don't spurt all over, and then I would simply introduce my cream and my creamy milk and the foam to the cup, and it's even possible in the crema to make little designs. This is what the baristas have contests to do all the time, is what kind of a design can they make in the crema. But this would be a latte beverage. You can sweeten it if you wish. If you don't want the milk, as I say, you can simply introduce the espresso to a mug, add hot water, and drink as black coffee. I recommend that the hot water be added to the shot glass that had the crema, so that after you pour the coffee out, then introduce some hot water to cleanse all the crema and get that into your cup, because the crema really does make for a good beverage. Finally, you'd want to clean your steam wand, and when you take off the coffee basket, you would want to knock out the grounds and clean all of this, but that goes without saying, and you're ready to go for another cup. Well, let's see how this looks.